Okay, welcome back to another episode. Welcome back to today's card pull for Mojo Mysticism. We have a message from the spirit guides today, and that message is to love ancestors always. So I've asked the spirit guides which decks to pull from. They've given me three. So we're going to try to get through this relatively quickly so that we can be within the time limit that YouTube allows. So I'm learning about all of this, so it's all new to me. So the first deck that we've been asked to pull from is called the Wisdom of Hafiz. Beautiful card deck, just gorgeous. So let's see, what message do you have for us relative to the loving our ancestors always? What message? Two cards have popped out. Okay, excellent. And let's just make sure that these are the cards that they want. I'm going to use my pendulum to ask them that. Okay, so are these the two cards that you would like us to use today? That is a yes. Are there any additional cards in the deck that we need to pull? Any additional cards? No. Okay, here we are. So the first card for today is Embrace Your Magnificence. So let me show you this card. I'm going to pull it up here so I can read it as I show it to you. It is gorgeous. So here we are. I'm going to try to get the glare out of it a little bit. Embrace your magnificence. So the quote with this, so each of these cards have a quote and then they have an explanation. So I'll read the whole thing to you. So the quote in this card is, "To your magnificent throne you can return with benevolent acts towards yourself and others." So a 4-year-old isn't self-conscious about her power. She plays and struts and boastfully announces her ability to twirl and spit. This is the joy of being, taking up the fullness of your space and strutting the genius of you, unself-consciously, even as a young child would. This is an act of generosity. As you share your brilliance with the world, you grant permission for others to share theirs. So this is a beautiful card. The card, I don't know, can you see the birds above? Those are plumes. So you got the plumes and then the I don't know what those are called behind the plumes, but just a beautiful bird symbol. This is always about spirit and freedom. And I'm just loving that this is about celebrating who you are. And in the context of loving our ancestors always, we express them through who we are, and we honor them by that. So wonderful, just beautiful card. All right, so let's see what the second card is for us today on this deck. So it's card 30, and also that card was a 3. So we've got a theme going already. We've got a card 3 and card 30. So all right, so card 30 is about setting your intentions. So here is the card. It is another gorgeous card. This whole deck is beautiful. So set your intentions. The quote is, "I have never asked my heart what it most desires since that first day it loved." The explanation is, every dream and every goal starts and ends with a feeling. What do you want to feel when your intentions become reality? Start by indulging that feeling right now. Get into the juicy energy of your why and set your intentions from that foundation. Your path becomes unfettered when you let your intentions guide your actions. Beautiful, beautiful card. So set your intention. So today, perhaps our intention is to really tap into and embrace not only loving our ancestors, but embrace the love that they send to us as well. So I have connected in this morning with both my deceased mother and my grandmother as a result of that message. So it's been really beautiful. All right, so the next deck that they wanted us to use is a deck called Awakening Intuition. So we'll pull from this deck next. And let's see what they have for us today out of here. Oops, one popped out right away. Let me just ask if they want more. Is the card that's in front of us the card that has the message for us today? It's a yes. Are there additional cards that we should be pulling from this deck that have messages for us today relevant to love your ancestors? We're moving into the no position, so we're going to stick with this one card here today. All right. So, Awakening Intuition. Our card coming out of here is card number 50. Let me get to it here. I'll read you what they say. So there's always an explanation and then some action steps that are in this deck. So this card is called Go Within for Guidance. Others are not privy to your soul's plans and purposes for this lifetime, which are revealed incrementally. Soul contracts you have with individuals, companies, groups, and places are highly personal. It's always smart to seek expert outside counsel, yet integrate that with your sixth sense perceptions and lived experience wisdom. So the action steps, the expanded meaning is one of the hardest lessons in life is learning to integrate the valuable opinions of others with your intuitive instincts and lived experience knowledge. This card is asking that you do just that. You may have to go against other people's wishes to follow your gut, because going within for guidance can sometimes mean going against the grain. I have actually been asked to do this morning, to go against the grain. Or you may have to marry many perceptions or perspectives and emerge with a strategic plan that takes into account your past history, your intuitive insight, and the advice of trusted counselors. I try to empower all clients to come to me for intuitive readings by reminding them that I definitely don't have all the answers. And then our action steps with this card are to interpret others' opinions by discerning how they may and may not be applicable to your unique life. Right? Loved ones can sometimes give advice based solely on their experience, which may only be helpful to a degree. If you're having trouble making a decision, increase your self-care and seek out more support. Often when we're less stressed and overwhelmed, we're able to think more clearly and act with more confidence. Take your time weighing options and making final decisions if possible, staying flexible enough to course correct. Take a nature walk in a safe location, soak in the tub. That sounds lovely. Use an intuitive tool like oracle cards, or do anything else that helps you connect to your intuition. Seek out expert counsel, and where possible and appropriate, work with experts to modify protocols and plans to suit your needs. Build up resilience and courage to go against the grain by saying no and doing things in your own style when the stakes are small. This will increase your ability to be independent and follow your inner authority when the stakes are bigger. So I think in the context of loving your ancestors always, this card is really looking at going within for guidance, and our guides include our ancestors. And I know I have at least one on my board of directors, so that's what I call my expanded group. And actually, frankly, all of my ancestors are on the board. So when we go within, we tap into that higher mind, and we're able to get the guidance that we need. Okay, so the third card, let's see if we can do this relatively quickly. The third deck is the Dreamscape Oracle that we've been asked to pull from today. So let's see if we can get this. So our question for the guides, for myself and everyone who ever see this video, is the message about loving ancestors always. Is there a card in this deck that you wish for us to have a message from? Oh, one popped out. Excellent. Okay, let's just double check. Okay, is this the card that has the message for us? Yes, that already started to move in the yes direction. Thank you. Are there any other cards in this deck that have a message for us. It's starting to move in the no direction. Okay, thank you very much. We will take the one card. And let me pull the page up just in the interest of time for us. So, let's see. This one does not have numbers on it, so it's a little more difficult to find the page. Okay. So thank you for being patient. This is a gorgeous card. This deck is really beautiful as well. This is the silence. The silence. No amount of clarity or visualization is possible without distancing oneself from the noise of the world. Turning inward helps us become more in tune with the significant presence that fills the universe. It allows us to lay ourselves bare to it and connect with and ponder the greater meaning of life. It can be challenging to take ourselves out of the flood of distractions we deal with minute by minute. But our ancestors, here we go, our ancestors stand by our side, waiting to silently guide us along our path. Their experience and guidance are indispensable in our journey. The silence rests her arm against a skull. Some cultures view skulls as an ultimate symbol of a life well lived. It represents our awareness of their message that echoes to us from the other side of the veil. Our legacy is our real our real teacher to the world. The meanings of this card are: seek out a place of stillness to hear what you need. Take time to meditate. So, beautiful cards today, beautiful meanings, and all of them tying directly back with going inward and connecting with our ancestors and the beautiful guidance and support that they offer us every day. So thanks for joining us today. We'll be back in a couple days with another installment. Have a wonderful day, chickadees. Mwah.